Hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, and I am a psychology major at the University of Michigan, and I specialize in personality disorders. This one particular is narcissistic personality disorder, and I'd like to tell you my personal experiences in dealing with somebody who has narcissistic personality disorder, or I have deemed to have narcissistic personality disorder. I would like to let you know that you cannot diagnose somebody without a medical professional actually doing this. So hopefully this video will help you if you think that you're dealing with a narcissistic person, and what are the signs and how can you get out of that relationship and where does it stem from. A lot of people are wondering that. So I am here to tell you my thoughts and my feelings and my experiences. First of all, the DSM-5, the number one thing that we diagnose a narcissistic personality disorder in their trait is having a lack of empathy. If somebody has a narcissistic personality disorder, they frequently and 90% of the time do not empathize with other people's personalities, and they don't empathize with other people's feelings on situations. So for me, it was somebody that I was in a friendship with for many years and then turned into a dating relationship, and I was frequently left feeling like my feelings were not validated, or they weren't heard, or they weren't cared about. It would be frequent of me doing something wrong, me confused. Are you left confused? Do you not understand why a fight happened? It would be things like a little thing that would set them off, like they would have a bad day, and I would be the reason. They would text me and they would say, or he would text me and he would say, you can make me feel better, like I want to be around you because you're positive, because I genuinely care about people and I genuinely want people to have a positive experience in life. So what I would always do is try to say, when this person was having a bad day, you know, how can I make this better? What positive thing happened to you today? And he would say, well, I just want to see you, I just want to be, you know, with you, and you can make it better. Okay, cool. I want to help you. I want this to be a positive experience for you. I want you to have a good day. I want you to have a good week. I want you to have a good life. So I would go over, as he would ask me, he would text me and ask me to hang out, and we would hang out, and then the littlest thing would set him off. And so it was just maybe not watching what he wanted to watch, or if I was hungry, or I wanted to get food, or I wanted to go do something with my friends and I wanted him to come along, he would just not want to do it. And then if I would get upset and say, well, you wanted to hang out with me and this is what I want to do, or you wanted to hang out with me and now you're upset at me, I would be very confused. And I would tell him my feelings. I would say, I feel upset. I feel angry, or I feel like you don't really value me. What am I doing wrong? And it would always be like, well, you did this and you did that, and placing the blame on me always for just wanting to be around this person and make them have a positive experience in life. And frequently, people with narcissistic personality disorders do not have empathy for the other person's feelings. They go from 0 to 60, and it would be like I was in a situation, and all of a sudden this person would just snap, and I would be doing something wrong, and it was my fault, and everything was my fault. The way that the day went, and I'm not catering to their needs. I'm not doing what they want. So it was just a negative experience, which brings me to my second point, is that a lot of people with narcissistic personality disorders are very negative. Every time, and I would say 75% of the time, I would get text messages about friends, about colleagues, about coworkers, anything, or family members during the day, that they were doing something to wrong this person. This person didn't do anything to deserve it, but they were so wronged, and their work day wasn't going the way they wanted, or their friend wasn't doing what they wanted, and they were just so negative about every situation. Whereas a normal person like us can say, oh man, this day is not really going the way that I want, but how can I flip it into something positive? My friend's not doing what I want my friend to do, but okay, we'll meet up again. But instead, this person would text me all about all of the negative things that were happening in their day, how something wasn't going right, and it was never anything positive. And also, the third thing is, when these people go out in public, or if they're in a setting where they're around people, they seem like these positive people. They're very charismatic. They seem like your friends may really like them when they meet them. And behind closed doors, they're a completely separate person. They're a completely different person. It's almost like Jekyll and Hyde. And that's something that I also want to tell you is that if somebody who has narcissistic personality disorder is in your life, then they'll probably act completely different around you as in an intimate setting than they do outside of that. So in public, they might be very happy and seem happy. Maybe not to their friends. Maybe their friends can pick up on the fact that they're not happy in that situation. But it always comes back to you. Does it always come back to you? Does it always seem like you're the reason that they're not having a good time in whatever setting they are? Does it always seem like when they instigate a fight that it was, and then they're unhappy for the rest of the day and their friends ask them, why are you unhappy? Is it always because of you? But a fight that you didn't start. It always left me so confused. I always was so confused. Why are you having a bad day around your friends when you instigated a fight with me, and now you're telling your friends it was because of a fight you had with me, but you instigated it? That's complete gaslighting. That's something they're placing blame on other people. They don't empathize with your feelings and they don't want to fix it. They don't want to talk about the situation with you. They would rather go out and do something else to make them not think about their negative emotions, or they just withdraw into themselves. They might go home. They might ask you to go home. They might say, I want to leave. I don't want to be here. Instead of empathizing, fixing the situation like a normal person and talking it out and saying, hey, what I reacted to, that was kind of petty, and I apologize for that. I see your position in this, and I'm sorry. I care about you, and you're a very valuable person in my life. Instead of doing that, they withdraw. They want to leave. They want you to contact them, or they don't. Lots of times, I would get blocked. This person would instigate a fight with me, call me crazy, tell me I'm a terrible person, I'm unattractive, my feelings don't matter, they never liked me, they didn't like my friendship with them, they didn't like how I was dressing, they didn't like my hair, just little things that would set them off. They would leave. I would try to chase after this person and be like, why are you leaving? What just happened? I'm confused. And they would block my number and say, I don't want to talk to you. I need space. I need this. I need that. It's all about I. When you say, I'm feeling some way, that's different. But when they say, I need this, me, it's always about the validation of them. And that's not healthy. I think that it stems from childhood. I really believe that a lot, and you will see if you ever really get to know a narcissistic person in their past, that you'll see that there was either emotional abuse in their household, that their parents were emotionally abusive to them, or that they were emotionally abusive to each other. And that's something that they kind of learned, was to build themselves up and be emotionally abusive to their partners or to whoever they're being intimate with. Also, a lot of times, because of that situation in their childhood lives, they'll think that they don't deserve love, that they don't deserve to be with anybody, and that they just need to be alone. They need to just be alone, and they need to, because they're not healthy. Instead of getting help, instead of recognizing the way that they're treating people, it's all about them and what they need, and they need to be alone. And they always withdraw into themselves. You'll frequently see narcissists saying that they need to be alone, that they don't deserve that person, they don't deserve love, making you feel bad and cater to that person because you want them to know that they are capable of love and that they deserve it. But then again, the cycle will just continue. What you can do to save yourself from this person and these types of people is to create boundaries. Don't react to them. When I've gotten my phone number blocked multiple times from this person, and this person who I deeply cared about, I went absolutely nuts. I thought it was me. I thought I did something wrong. I'm this horrible person. When in reality, I'm not, because that's not how a logical, rational human being deals with the situation. They have conversations. They don't have angry conversations. You know, do you ever feel like it's just like 0 to 60 and then all of a sudden your number's blocked and this person just ghosts you? That's because they're probably a narcissistic person. They only care about themselves and they only want to gaslight you to get validation for their own feelings. So, to end that, you need to not respond, not react. The way that I got out of this situation was after months and months of being a victim of narcissism. I had to just have my friend go get my stuff that I wanted back from this person and not even text them, not even react, not send anything. I said, I can't meet you here. I'm not going to meet you. This person will meet you there. And this was all done through her phone, that she sent a text message to this person because he blocked my number. I needed to win. The narcissist always wants to win, but I needed to finally say, I'm done. I will not put up with this anymore. And my way of doing that was getting all of my things back and having another person do that in order to prove that I was done. I will not reach out. I will not apologize anymore. I don't want to see you. I don't want to be in your life because you are toxic. Narcissistic people are toxic and they will never stop until they get what they want. This includes blocking your number, ghosting you, cutting off all contact. When you break up with somebody, it's completely different because you most of the time have a conversation. It's never hostile. If you deal with this for months and months and months on end, this person is probably narcissistic. They probably only care about themselves. They don't have self-love and they don't know how to deal with it. They have unrealistic expectations of people in their mind and in their life. They have unrealistic expectations of how their life is going to go. Instead of just being in the present moment, loving their life and who they're with and being positive, everything is negative and they want to get to the next level, but they don't want to deal with the present moment and how to get to the next level and being present. That is 100% always true with narcissists. They have unrealistic expectations of themselves. They project themselves to be a completely different person than they actually are. And when you start to see a glimpse of that, they attack you because they don't want you to actually know who they are. If I've helped you in any way, please let me know in the comments below. I really want to help other people realize that they do not need to be manipulated and that you are a strong person. Whether you're male in this situation or a female in this situation, transgender or not, it doesn't matter. People are people and we are all capable of hurting other people and not looking inward to ourselves. You need to know that you are a good person and that you cared about this person and that you did nothing wrong. You were just trying to exuberate self-awareness to them and that you were caring about them. And that is awesome and you should never lose that. What you should do is remove yourself from this toxic situation, create boundaries, and then you will always win. Thank you.